Now, after the Lord had spoken these words to Job, the Lord said to Eliphaz the Temanite, My wrath is kindled against you and against your two friends, for you have not spoken of me what is right, as my servant Job has. Now therefore take 7 bulls and 7 rams, and go to my servant Job, and offer up for yourselves a burnt offering. And my servant Job shall pray for you, for I will accept his prayers not to deal with you according to your folly. For you have not spoken of me what is right, as my servant Job has done. So Eliphaz the Temanite and Bildad the Shuhite and Zophar the Nematite went and did what the Lord had told them, and the Lord accepted Job's prayer. Keep going. Okay. Job's fortunes are restored twofold. And the Lord restored the fortunes of Job when he had prayed for his friends. And the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before. Then there came to him all his brothers and sisters and all who had known him before, and they ate bread with him in his house. They showed him sympathy and comforted him for all the evil of the Lord had brought upon him. And each of them gave him a piece of money and a gold ring. The Lord blessed the latter days of Job more than his beginning. He had 4,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 1,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 donkeys. He also had 7 sons and 3 daughters. He named the first Geminiah, the second Keziah, and the third Kerasbashas. In all the land there were no women so beautiful as Job's daughters, and their father gave them an inheritance along with their brothers. After this, Job lived 140 years and saw his children and his children's children 4 generations. And Job died, old and full of days. Keep going. He also had 7 sons and 3 daughters. Little hiss I heard. Not irritatingly so, but.
I have a little device that can, so we've got the directive. So we're running out from the board, directive to the iPad, we've selected that's working.
Okay, so these can go away then. These can go back to you then. These wireless.
We've got good, clear, which is good. We're taking this out of the loop.
Right.
Unless they just better service. In the system, there still is that.
Mm-hmm.
It's still there.
Mm-hmm.
When you're speaking, it's speaking directly over it. And it's actually, it's fine in that sense. Like people are going to hear the pastor's voice during
Right.
the
Right. If we brought it, we had a group that did that monitor back there, and the like. I talked about the fact that the audio system needed to be tuned or balanced or whatever, and they were going to charge us, I don't know, several $100s to do that, but I think it might be worth it.
Yeah, we do need work on ourselves.
So,
what we're doing now is trying to figure out a way to skirt, because that's significant.
right. I mean, should I go ahead and have that done while you're gone? Can
I would, and I'd like to give input into that process.
okay. So I can give them your cell number and so forth, so that because the last thing we want them to do is to tune it and then take this out of the loop.
Yeah, exactly. And the good thing is we've got the red signal from the microphone into the board.
Okay.
So we're basically back to where we were.
Uh-huh.
My new vote.
Right.
Now
With the new one. Okay. Perfect. Great.
As I say, if I don't fly out tomorrow, I'm actually tempted to wait one more week to go to New Zealand, which would mean that, we go.
Mm-hmm. You might be able to get the second camera working then.
Well, that's true, too, yeah. Yeah. With the meetings, it's like.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be here. I mean, on a normal day, obviously, the meeting all the time is more than usually. It's just intention and so forth. Just see those and sort of back around with them and use meeting. People.
Or we could even just reset this one camera. Here, we got the show, and then we got the show. Which is very easily doable.
From the same camera.
From the same camera.
Oh, wow.
So, first of whoever's monitoring, if it's shot A, shot B. Same camera, same iPad.
Wow.
I'll set up two different shots and make it go back. Keep talking, let me bring down the games.
One of the minor things that this is that skeleton and stuff that we out there and picture covered.
Yeah, that's all it is.
You can consider the 150 Psalms as a singing prayer book for the people of ancient Israel and for us today. In fact, the book of Psalms has been a core of Jewish and Christian liturgy for centuries. Many songs we sing in worship are from the Psalms. Both then and now, the Psalms help people of God remember how God has been faithful in the past, as well as move forward with God's promise for a hopeful future. The Psalms were written by many different authors over a long period of time. The book of Psalms came together about 2,500 years ago, around the time the Israelites were in exile. There are as many types of psalms, including hymns of praise and thanksgiving, giving to God, and lamentations and petitions. The style. The word psalm means song. As you read them, imagine each one having a melody and a rhythm. Among the Psalms, there's a huge range of topics: grateful prayers, angry rants, joyful poetry, cries of dark suffering, and everything in between. Some tell stories or impart wisdom. Others are meditations, prayers, or liturgies. In the Psalms, we have a playlist of faithful songs about the many experiences of faith. The significance. Immerse yourself in the Psalms and you will discover a song for your own story. These are deeply passionate songs, resonant with the intensity of life. They are rarely polite and never boring. They remind us that honest faith can have us scream at the sky, dance in the streets, or weep into the earth. The Psalms matter because they sing about real life. They affirm that every season of life, even difficult ones, call for their own faithfulness before giving way to a new one. The big idea. Jesus of Nazareth was a rabbi or a Jewish teacher who probably knew a lot of the Psalms by heart. As followers of Jesus, it's exciting to study the very prayers he prayed with his disciples. In the New Testament, Jesus referred to or recites many psalms. For example, Jesus prays the words of Psalm 22 on the cross. My God, why have you forsaken me? Like the people of God in ancient Israel and in Jesus' time, 21st century Christians have access to a tried and true songbook of faith. Keep going.
Just like 30 more seconds.
Okay. Happy are those who do not follow the advice of the wicked, or take the path that sinners tread, or sit in the seat of scoffers. but their delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law they meditate day and night. They are like trees planted by the streams of water, which yield their fruit in its season, and the leaves do not wither. In all they do, they prosper. The wicked are not so, but are like chaff that the wind drives away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. Keep going.
No, we're good. So what, I managed to get most of that snow out of there. And what it is that, I went into your board settings,
Okay.
and the gains are cranked for some reason. When you crank the gain, what it does is it picks up, it does make the microphone louder, but it makes everything louder. So it amplifies not just what you want amplifies, it amplifies everything else as well. So what I've done is I've muted all the other channels where, I basically muted every other channel except this one microphone. For now, it's gonna work, no problem.
Right, Zoom worship and do the praise band and things like that.
Later down the road, that's gonna have to be revisited.
Right, there's a wireless mic
Yeah.
that we use for meeting.
Because some of those other channels, because so I'm
Just went through the meeting.
noticing everything about 30 or 40 seconds later, as you
Sure.
know. So as I'm going through, I'm hearing hiss, to where the point now where I've got you pretty cranked. And, it's gonna catch what's live now. But, it was at the end there, it was cranked without the snow, without the hiss. But we've just put a Band-Aid on until worship resumes as normal. So,
What happens, I don't know if there's even a mic anymore here. You might just have, the pastor moves to here to do the communion liturgy and so forth. He's just gonna have to speak loud and hope that this mic and this mic picks him up.
that mic will pick him up.
Okay.
Like me yelling from the back, you can hear, like in the stream, you can hear me, Eric, keep going,
Okay.
forever, that kind of stuff.
All right.
It's not as good a quality as his
Obviously,
preaching.
pretty close to it. Okay.
And if I don't go tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
why don't we come back and meet before I leave and kind of fix,
Sure.
let's see. My filter.
Oh dear. Don't want that.
So.
Well, that's great, though. I mean,
yeah.
Taking a couple of additional pieces of equipment out of the loop is a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. There's batteries, there's hassle. So I'll be in touch later tonight and tomorrow. No, it's fine. I will let you know as to my status and see if I can make one more trip out here before I go. Well, and not taking wrong. I appreciate it.
All right, Chris.
Hey, thanks, Fred.
Thank you.
Hey, happy Memorial Day.
Same to